Welcome to Bolivia, the backdrop for Ghost Recon Wildlands. I've played, explored, and have some thoughts to share. No fluff, just my honest take on what Ubisoft delivered. For those of you who are here for a quick answer to the question, is Ghost Recon Wildlands worth it in 2023? Absolutely yes. However, it's not without its quirks and nuances, which I'll dive into later. For everyone else sticking around, let's dive into the reasons why. Wildlands is an open-world stealth tactic shooter, in which you can use equipment to find out where your enemies are, like the drone for example. You have a battery life and a distance meter. If you look at the enemy, you mark them. Your character also counts the amount of enemies he marks,
Marking a hostile.
and tells you if they are close to civilians.
He's close to some locals.
With your right mouse button, you can zoom into the first-person view aim. I find myself using this most of the time when I take the enemies out. But you can also play without using the first-person view. Enemies also react to dead bodies,
They found their pal.
so you gotta be careful on where you take them down. There are also lieutenants who have intel for you, and I'm not talking about the processor. You can always order an assault, as long as you are not alone. That means your NPC teammates will start shooting at the target. Once you stop the car and the lieutenant is out, you can grab him and either release, interrogate or knock him out. Or just use him as a shield, but you're limited to your pistol then. But I want the intel. Opening the map, you see icons all over the place. Side missions, shown in green, are rebel missions. This one gives me the ability to use a mortar strike. Your normal missions, also called Major Intel, are shown by the yellow folder icon, are missions that will make you progress in the campaign. Collectible stuff, which you need for leveling up your skills, and these question marks. They show an unknown area which you have not yet discovered. These supplies help you level up your character and get specific skills. You do get experience by just playing the game, but I can recommend getting as much, or if you can, every supply that is out there. You can also always use your binoculars by pressing B, and you can upgrade them for better zoom. There's also the Unidats, shown in purple on the minimap. They are the army military police of Bolivia, heavily armed and not your friends, but they have nice cars. This car has a minigun on top. I would also like to mention how detailed this game is. Everywhere you see something interesting. Something sad. Here's some NPC play an instrument, or here NPCs argue. And your teammates also do react to these things. Little nuances I really do like. And there are also documents that give you more background story of Bolivia. Wildlands also got a day and night circle, and even though the night is very dark here, you got a night vision, so no problem. Oh, and I almost forgot, enemies can't see you as well at night as they can during the day. When you are at a hideout, you can always join or look for a co-op session. I can imagine playing this with a friend. Giving clear callouts about the enemy's location would be a lot of fun. Later in the game you will get something that is called the zinc shot. You press Q and your NPC teammate will move to the position from which he can target the enemy. You can either hold Q to let them shoot, or if you shoot, they will also shoot. Just so you know, there is no benefit in helping civilians, so you don't have to help them. Let's talk a bit about the skill system. As I said earlier, you need these supplies to level up your skills. But you also do need skill points, which you can find on the map or get through leveling up. Skill points are shown on the map with this symbol. From time to time your teammates will tell you that they found an enemy and give you its position.
Hey, we got a narco up there by the ruins.
This comes in handy very often. You have seen me drive around in a car a lot, but you can also fly helicopters and planes. It's not difficult, but you need a little time to get used to it. And even though this game is from 2017, this game still looks beautiful. In some camps there are rebel prisons which you can open. But before you open the prison, think about what you want to do, because the rebels are gonna grab their guns and start shooting at the enemies. Yes, they are your friends. If you want to play stealthily, they might not blow your cover, but important enemies could flee, which means you need to do the mission again, but somewhere else. In this instance, they saw me because I missed my shot and was near the building where someone came out, but was not looking for me, yet found me. When you use night vision, but the light is too bright, just shoot it out. Sadly, the AI in Wildlands has its occasionally hiccups. If you aim from cover and an enemy spots you, when you retreat back into cover, you move slower. Because they nearly spotted me, the enemy will move towards my area where I was last seen. But he won't just run towards me, he will check out the area, hide behind cover and so on. When you do major intels and give the rebels back their power, they will also patrol the street. And here they help us because they heard gunshots and were in the area. Later in the game you also get access to the thermal view. I haven't really used or needed it, but I bet it's going to come in handy. After you have defeated the major intel target, you go on to the next. You get an introduction to the new target with a background story, etc.
Our security infrastructure was being attacked. It made me question if La Plaga, our head sicario, was up to the task.
Oh, I almost forgot. If you're annoyed to wait for your teammates to jump in the car, you can either just drive off without them or use a bike and go alone. They will spawn behind you when you exit the vehicle. The new target is basically a start from zero. The map shows me rebel missions because I did all the side stuff, like finding intel and so on. When you get shot down in a fight, your teammates will come and revive you, but only once per fight. If you get shot down in the same fight again, you are dead and restart at the nearest hideout. I would also like to talk about the guns. In Wildlands you can customize your gun. The sniper, for example, got scopes, triggers, magazines, barrels, and muzzles. You can also give your gun a different color if you like. This does not have any impact on your gun or the game at all, so choose what you like. But different guns do have different parts. On the right side you can see all the guns you can acquire through weapon cases on the map. If you want a specific one, keep an eye out for those cases. If you fly a plane or a chopper, you can do a parachute jump from it. Here you can change your optic of the parachute. I took the Division 2 design. Let's say you're not happy with your appearance. You can change that also on the fly. All the things you can choose at the start of the game, when you create your character, are also available. Except the gender, that is not changeable and locked after you have created your character. And by no means is this game perfect. It got its flaws. Here, for example, I'm not able to climb over the rock even though I press space when I see the button. I had to wiggle around there to get it to work. Then there are enemies who can spot you even if you're crouched on a hill at night. And they are on the street while using headlights. Or you use rebels for a diversion and tell them where to go, but they spawn somewhere behind you and don't do anything. I have to mention that the further you are in the game, the more difficult it gets. They can hear my sniper shots, even with a suppressor, and they also detect the sound of drones flying around them.
They hear the drone. Kill it.
So really only play on extreme if you want a real challenge. Now let's say you think this game is way too easy even on the hardest difficulty and you want to have an even bigger challenge. In the options you can disable the entire HUD. You can see what that means in the preview. No enemies and rebels, teammate names and ads, that means when you aim down the sight you will or won't see their names. Experience, Intel HUD, input reminder, contextual actions, crosshair, helicopter, minimap, detection clouds, objective markers, com markers, items and locations, alert markers, zinc shot, so you don't see which target you marked as a zinc shot, ammo and items, mission reminders, hints, notifications, team info that is only for co-op play, and even the compass. So, off to the big question. Is Ghost Recon Wildlands still worth it in 2023? I say yes. If you like stealth gameplay, have no problem with taking your time during a mission, can look past the occasionally hiccups in the AI, and enjoy carefully examining everything before you engage, you will have a great time. Thank you for watching, fellow internet wanderer. I hope you found this video both helpful and interesting. I aim to provide a comprehensive insight into Ghost Recon Wildlands. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like, subscribe for more, and tell me what you think about Wildlands in the comments. Wishing you a fantastic day and a good hunt. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.